My name is Alex Strand, and this is a tennis ball into a hat trick shot. Get that wheat sauce out of here. What's up, guys? I'm back. Alright. At the current time recording is 4:08, July 10th, 2026. Last video, I was able to complete the rock, paper, scissors coding project that I was doing. No way! We did it! Anything's possible! Really accomplished there. I was very happy I was able to complete it. This video, I will be continuing learning how to code by looking at Bro Code's videos and being sure that I'm able to make maybe another project that is equal to or even higher than the rock, paper, scissors challenge. If you have any suggestions down below of how I could improve my coding, is very welcome. Please leave suggestions down in the comments, and since you're already down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's try to get this video to like 1.5 views. I think if we hit that, I'm gonna do a backflip in the next intro, so hopefully you get to at least 1.5 views. And with that, let's get into the video. Okay, guys, like I said in the intro, I will be continuing my coding experience here by looking at Bro Code's videos. Last time I was on rock, paper, scissors game, and I was able to complete it and compare my code to his. If you're wondering what mine looked like, it was this. It was much longer, actually. I was able to dissect some out of it. Stop. So, this is some wild stuff right here. Like, he literally had me importing random alien language just to make this. So basically what this is it's a dice code where you have a die, right? So this right here is your dice. And from this, you can print literally any kind of dice you want. So let's say I go in here, how many dice you want? I say I want 1 dice. Boom. Gives me 1 dice and it's 6. Let's say I go in, I want like 5 dice. Boom, gives me 5 dice. Gives me the number and then the total of all those added up. I feel like this could be a pretty cool game. Like, if you have any games down below that you think would be pretty easy to replicate into Python that involve like one or two dice, leave down in the comments below. Very interested in seeing what you guys put there. Yeah, it's pretty like complex, I'm not even gonna lie. I wonder what happens if I like delete this. Oh, there's 3 errors. I see. Alright. There is one warning though that I am not completely sure of why it's there. Like, I don't know what that means. But this is basically it right here. His code. Honestly, I have no clue what he said. Like, I got this part right here is a dictionary. So it says that 1 is 1 on the dice face, 2 is 2 in the dice face, and then from here you can say how many dice you want. And I know that like this part right here adds up all the total, so you get that total and then it prints that total. Range of 5. Oh, I did like 7 here instead. 6. Whoa. What the heck? Oh, it's cause that's the line. Number 5 is the line. Because there's 5 lines in the dice, so you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. So that's pretty interesting right there. If you have any suggestions down in the comments of how I could maybe make this into like a fun game that would be a cool project I can do as I develop my coding, leave it down in the comments. Anyways, that's gonna be the dice game. It was pretty cool. Definitely interesting how we use these That's gonna be the first lesson. I don't know if I should explain this more or not. This one also uses the random function that I use for the random numbers game and rock paper scissors. Works the exact same. Basically picks the number between 1 through 6 as many times as the player puts in, like 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice, and then booyah right there. If you have any fun games down in the comments that you think I can make in Python using this dice feature, leave it down in the comments. I'm really interested in seeing what you guys put there. Anyways, that's gonna be the first lesson. I might do 1 or 2 more depending on how long. And if I have any projects that pop into mind, I will tell you guys about it, and I'll try to make it in my next video. So, time lapse. Okay, so that was probably one of the more useful lessons that he has showed. So basically what this is, it's a function, and the way you use it is you basically have to define a function. So here I'm defining the function as create name, and then from that I'm saying here's your first name, here's your last name, right? And then from that I'm saying capitalize the first name of it and then capitalize the second name. Then after that I'm saying when you're done doing that, I want you to return that information, and I want you to put a space in between that. That's basically what it is. That's what this part right here is. So I'm saying that have your first name plus the space in between plus the last name. That's what I'm saying there. Then after that, what I'm doing is I'm made a variable right here, full name, and I'm saying create. Basically I made a variable called full name here. I'm using the function, then saying here's the name, here's the first name, here's the last name, and then print that name, and then print that variable, which is full name, which is connected to the function, which is connected to the definition of give me the first last name, which is connected to everything else I just said. So here, as you can see, I put Alex Tran. I don't know how this could be useful. Like, see, I put a dash there because I put a dash there. I don't know how this could be useful, but I bet there's probably like a project down the line where I do have to make a function. I do have time for one more. I'm gonna do one more lesson, and then I'll see what happens from there. So time lapse. Okay, so what this is right here is what he calls a default argument. Basically it's a very consistent one. So let's say here, let me go back. It starts with first defining a function here, which is the net price. Then in here, in the order that we want it to be, we have the list of the price, right? So that will be anything like, let's say you go to the store, it's like $5 for like a bag of chips, right? But now let's say that chip bag is on a discount because it's like an old version that they need to throw out. So there will be a discount on it, and for here I set that to 0 because sometimes there is no discount. Of course there could be one. Like let's say I put let's say I just like make it simply just discount, and I got rid of this right here. It wouldn't work because discount has no order to it. So that's why in here, right, if it's consistently that it has like that items don't have a discount, then we would make it equal to 0.0 or point whatever. Me personally, I put it as a float point number just because most of the time discounts are float point numbers, but you can really make it any type of thing you want. And then here we have the tax, and I think what's pretty interesting here is that he made it 0.5, and then down here he made it to where when you get the statement back, it has tax plus 1. I think that's pretty interesting. It's a little bit of some algebra, and then here is just the return statement telling you that, hey, this is the price that you have it at. Alright, we're gonna multiply that number by the discount price, which is 0 in this case, or we're gonna multiply that number by 1 minus the discount, because if we just had discount here, it would not be good. It would just be 0, because 0 times anything is 0. So that's why it's 1 minus the discount price. This gives you a decimal point, and then this gives you the percent basically of what it's going to be. So we put like 5%, right? So in here now, discount will be equal to 0.5. So 1 minus 0.5 is just 0.5. And since our price here is $500, it's 0.5 times that number. And then here is the tax part. If we just had it just tax, it would stay 0.5, and so now it's just 500 times 0.5 times 0.5, and that would give you 125 in this case. So that's why if you have 1 plus here, it would make it 1.5, if that makes sense. It would make it 1.5, and this would make it increase, because when you tax, you increase that number in order to have more tax. I think that's pretty interesting. Very cool of what he did here. So yeah, that's basically what a default argument is, and the other exercise that he had was just a practice of it. Pretty simple, easy to understand, and I think that's going to be very useful in the future if I try to make any other things like that. Anyways guys, that's going to be the video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This one might be a little bit shorter than my other videos. That's because I have no big project that I'm working on, and it was mainly just a learning video, which, you know, that happens in the learning process. You just have to sit there, do the boring stuff before you get to the fun and exciting projects. So that's definitely part of the learning journey. If you have any suggestions down in the comments of how I could improve my coding, if you have any tips for me, or you just want to stop by and say hi, please, that is very encouraged. I'm trying to get more comments, more suggestions on my videos. If you're already down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and with that, outro if there's one.